Hello friends, let us learn today about the basic modes of ventilator. So now first, what is ventilator? Whenever patients who are unable to breathe on their own, so a support is required to breathe. At that time we use a device called as ventilator. So now in ventilator, there is negative pressure ventilator and positive pressure ventilator. Negative pressure ventilator is the outdated technology and positive pressure is the recent technology which we see in our recent ventilators. In positive pressure also there are two types, invasive and non-invasive. Now what is invasive and non-invasive? Invasive is through ET tube, which means tube going inside the patient, and non-invasive is through mask. So now let us understand the basic modes. Almost all ventilators have the capability of being set into these basic modes, which includes assist control, AC, then SIMV, that is synchronized intermittent mandatory ventilation, and pressure support modes and non-invasive modes. In modes also there are categories of modes which includes control modes, interactive modes and supported modes. Now control modes are for critical patients who are sedated or unable to breathe on their own. So mandatory mechanical breaths are provided to the patient. Now interactive modes. Whenever patient starts triggering breaths, example 4 to 5 breaths, at that time we put patient on interactive modes. And in supported modes, these modes are used when patient's condition is significantly improved, that is before weaning patient from ventilator. So now what does this category includes? In control modes, it includes volume control and pressure control. In interactive modes, there is SIMV volume control and SIMV pressure control. And in supported modes, it includes pressure support mode. Now let us understand these modes in detail. Basically in any mode, either you set volume or pressure. At a time, both cannot be set. Example, if volume is set, then pressure will vary according to lung compliance, and if pressure is set, then volume will vary according to lung compliance. Now in volume control mode, volume is set, that is tidal volume. So volume is controlled in this mode by ventilator. During volume control mode, we cannot set pressure, but we need to have control on pressure also. So in that case, we can set P-peak upper limit in alarm section, which is seen in the patient side reading, so that we can come to know that pressure is in range or not. So in this way, volume is also controlled and we can have watch on the pressure also. So now what all parameters we set in volume control mode? First is tidal volume to control the volume. Then next is FiO2 for maintaining the oxygen level. Then PEEP, that is positive end expiratory pressure for avoiding the lungs to collapse. Then respiration rate for breath per minute. Then IE ratio for inspiratory and expiratory ratio. Then pause time for the pause between inspiratory and expiratory cycle. And the inspiratory rise time. It is the time taken to achieve maximum P-peak. Let us see how tidal volume is calculated. Basically, tidal volume is the amount of air going in and out of the lungs in one breath. That is inspiratory as well as expiratory cycle in one breath. So, tidal volume can be calculated by patient's body weight multiplied by 8 or 6 mmHg. For example, let us say patient's body weight is 60. So 60 multiplied by 6 is equal to 360 and 60 multiplied by 8 is equal to 480 mmHg. So your tidal volume range will be between the 360 and 480. According to the lung compliance, we can set in this range for that particular patient. Now pressure control mode. In this mode, pressure is controlled but volume is not controlled. So it may vary as it is delivered according to set pressure and lung compliance. Now parameters to be set in pressure control will be same as volume control except for two parameters, that is pressure control above PEEP instead of tidal volume and pause time, which comes only in volume modes. Rest all parameters remain same. So the parameters will be PC above PEEP, then FiO2, then PEEP, that is positive end expiratory pressure, then respiratory rate, then IE ratio, then inspiratory rise time and trigger. So these two are the control modes. Now let us move towards the interactive modes, that is SIMV. During SIMV, the patient receives mandatory breaths that are controlled or assisted by the ventilator at particular set time interval. These mandatory breaths are synchronized with the breathing efforts of the patient, who can breathe spontaneously between the breaths. So, in this also, SIMV VC and SIMV PC. In SIMV VC, volume will be controlled and patient's breath will be synchronized. And in SIMV PC, pressure will be controlled and pressure will be synchronized according to the patient's breath. Now, next is supported modes, which includes pressure support mode. This mode is used when patient's condition is significantly improved and you want to wean off patient, so that just for verifying patient's condition, you are using this mode. So the parameters which you set in this mode includes pressure support above PEEP, then PEEP, then FiO2, rise time, pressure or flow trigger, then end inspiration. In pressure support mode, if patient fails to breathe or patient is unable to take breath on its own, then in that case, backup ventilation will automatically get activated. Now let us understand what is backup ventilation. Now suppose if apnea time is set, then if any breath is not detected in that time span, then it will automatically go to backup ventilation, that is pressure control mode. As you can observe, in support mode, respiration rate, pressure control and IE time cannot be set, because in spontaneous mode, we do not limit breath of patient with any parameters. So for that, to control breath parameters, pressure control mode is set as backup ventilation mode. So this is the waveform where you can see if patient triggers, then color change in the flow graph will be observed. And also few parameters are also not there in this mode, like respiration rate, etc. When patient doesn't trigger, then venti goes in backup mode. So this is the waveform which is seen. Now let us understand difference between assist control mode and SIMV mode. First, let us understand assist control mode. Suppose for example, if a patient is set to assist control mode with a respiration rate of 15 breaths per minute, which means 60 divided by 15 is equal to 4. So after every 4 seconds, a breath will be delivered to the patient at a set mandatory volume. Suppose tidal volume is set to 500. So after every 4 seconds, 500 ml will be delivered to the patient. Now let us assume if patient triggers a breath in between, for example at 2 seconds, then this triggered breath is assisted by the ventilator till the set volume. So as you can see, the waveform size is same for both machine triggered breath as well as for patient triggered breath. So in this mode, patient needs no much effort to take a single breath. Now let us understand SIMV mode. Let us take same example in this mode as well. For a patient set with a respiration rate of 15 breaths per minute and tidal volume of 500 ml, which means after every 4 seconds, a breath will be delivered to the patient, same as of assist control mode. Then what is the difference? Now let us assume patient triggers a breath at 2 seconds, same as assist control mode. Then this triggered breath is not assisted by the ventilator. So in this, the waveform size will be equal to the only effort taken by the patient. In this, machine will not support.